сразу третья часть. Из-за вынужденной остановки предыдущего стрима. Как звук? Нормально? Алло. Все, yes. Так.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She
Хорошая
is
девчонка.
innocence itself. I'm not so sure. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Всем нужны такие девушки, ясно?
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Милая
You
девушка.
approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her
Стоп.
bindings.
А у нее там... Она просто пролезла.
I'll be damned.
Че сидела?
We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers
Очень
you in a joyful
Очень
embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now? That sounds perfect.
Да.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire
Это самый
world
добрый блок,
slipping through your
который у нас
fingers as they
был.
intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left
Блин,
me with.
рассказчик, что здесь, что в Стэнли Парабл это самый бесячий персонаж. Не зря говорят, что рассказчики портят кино и вообще...
you and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Это грустно, Стасия. Посмотри лучше на принцессу.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Нет. Мы только шли исследовать этот мир. Нет, Артём! Я всегда знал. А, блин, Артём, ну да. Но ты же не подтвердил, согласись, ты не подтвердил. Так что ты можешь еще отказаться от этой роли и не брать на себя вот эти все обвинения.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Артём, это ты закрыл дверь. Это месть за то количество дверей, которые я выбил в призраке Цусимы. В общем, нам говорят все время, что если мы спасем принцессу, если она выберется, то будет конец света. Поэтому надо ее убить. Но чаще всего мы погибаем сами. Она погибает не всегда. Иногда она попадает в некий лимб. Но мы стали ее спасать, и действительно начинается конец света. Но это не важно, все это не важно. Важно, что это красиво, круто, интересно.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of
Еще у нас в голове несколько голосов, и они борются все время. Вот сейчас они именно это и делают.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Пытаются склонить нас в какую-то сторону. Но мы не склоняемся. Мы на стороне добра.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Вместе.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. And the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Да, вчера было классно, спасибо.
Hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to
Всё.
do that, aren't you?
Yes.
You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
О, трофейчик.
A happy ending at last.
We did
О,
it.
конец
What should we
света.
do now?
Where
Пам-пам.
did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No!
She's cold. Quick, our feathers.
Блин, no!
Weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Grabbing hands, grab all they can. Everything counts in large amounts. Так. Ну смотрим в зеркало.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Ну она просто как-то это
Is
делает.
that a...
Давайте посмотрим. Смотрим в зеркало. Я все вспоминаю, как Артём это обыграл в чате в виде мема. Смотрите, чекайте, кто мы.
This This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Мы кракозябра, все еще.
Yes.
Вот они мы. Какой-то призрак оперы. Слушай, мне кажется, этот мем надо повторить еще раз.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Я не знаю. Какая?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and
Вообще
violent
интересно,
and
сколько
full
воды
of
они
passion.
вписали в эти
But
тексты.
all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there? There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not laugh.
Мне кажется, это из жизни. Я рассказывал на прошлом стриме, что во сне, когда ты подходишь к зеркалу, там всегда нечто странное. Лучше долго не смотреть, если не хочешь испугаться.
If I did, I would already be awake.
Ну, сон — это жизнь. Все еще. Я считаю. Я считаю. Простите мне эту философскую вольность.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Ну, слушай, если ты так хочешь, я могу быть здесь. Надеюсь, здесь ничего важного не происходит. Так. Окей. Я понял.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Окей.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Нет, я сейчас уже не хочу принимать никаких импульсивных решений, честно говоря. Я хочу уже
You're on a path
доиграть
in the woods. And at
аккуратненько
the end of that
в том
path
направлении,
is a
которое
cabin.
выбрал,
And in the basement of that cabin
и попить воды.
is a princess.
отпуске его сложно соблюдать, но я стараюсь.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not gonna go... Ignore.
Что там оставить-то вообще из вариантов? Не, я стараюсь ложиться в одно время,
The
вставать в одно
interior of
время.
the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Это реально,
The air is stale and musty.
ну,
and
это
the
невероятный
floor and walls are
экспириенс.
painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a
Это
plain
самое
wooden
приятное
table. Perched on that table
состояние,
is a
которое только
pristine
может быть, оно
blade.
возникает после недели такого режима, когда ты реально в полном сознании. Но если ты сбился хоть раз, все, это путь по наклонной. Но надо опять начинать, собраться с силами и начинать. Как эта игра, она нас учит бороться за то, что мы ценим и любим, считаем важным.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
О, ты сейчас в море? Так, в прошлый раз мы не брали, но его все равно нам дали, так что...
You take the blade from the
Okay.
table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the base... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Кстати, количество вариантов... когда ты без ножа, больше вариантов.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Come on
You walk down the stairs
down,
and lock eyes with the
down.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so... Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here
Сейчас,
to
секунду,
kill me or
секунду.
something? Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop...
She makes a compelling point. What if we just... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a
Тут
monster.
видишь, тут в принципе
Killing
не
someone
так
in
много
cold blood
цветов. Я
isn't
не думаю,
very
что у них
becoming.
фиолетовый есть.
The blade
Thank you. Maybe now we can...
against your better judgment. You
Уставшая
step forward
принцесса
to speak.
здесь.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Но у нас есть рассказчик, я не знаю, наратор. Так никто не говорит.
You know why... Oh, you have to be... You walk there large and heavy.
I'm guessing...
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
I'll be here.
You attempt to... Is someone... You try the door here. You'll shout. I'll repeat. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs.
Зачем?
This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked the knife.
You won't.
А, без вариантов.
Without hesitation, you bring.
You bastard.
Я не
Thought we
хотел.
had the upper hand, but
Прости.
it's an act. I'm not so. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, the two of you struggle on the ground. Forget. You roll out of her grasp, though every. We can still turn.
А, у нас нет вариантов.
You steal your. Excuse. Can you not feel all those? The two of you clash for the final time.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder.
Ну окей, ну типа, ты можешь говорить наратор. Сейчас мы тебя будем понимать, но в другом случае может возникнуть вопрос первым делом, типа, а это кто? И ты будешь, ну, типа, рассказчик. А, рассказчик, так бы сразу и сказал. Вот. Зачем тебе это?
Do you really think this?
But you don't have the time to worry over her words.
Я не знаю. Давай попробуем этот диалог через... Ну, месяц я забуду о том, что мы говорили сейчас, и... Просто я не уверен, вот клиффхенгеру я не уверен, что есть хорошее слово на русском, чтобы это емко обозначить. Да, вот, слушай Настю. Настя говорит правильные вещи.
Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a prince. You're here to slay her. She will lie. Lie. Are you sure? The princess will do. Crystal. The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. It's cold stone. You walk up to... What are you You reach forward and rub your hand against... But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. So all of us can stop talking about it and get to fighting. No knife this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win. As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. Her fierce voice...
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good
Не,
fight.
никаких челленджей.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you.
Ну вот, Артём
Remember,
пропал
you're
теперь.
here to slay the princess, not to have
Где
a good
Артём?
fight.
А, ты здесь.
As you descend the final step,
О,
the form
какая.
of the princess comes into view.
О,
A
какая.
large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Мы снова маленькие.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Rematch? Так. Make sure hear the chat.
Free her? You aren't... I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free? I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh. And I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists.
Oh.
Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah, especially that last part. Don't be such a coward. I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life. We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it. Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened? Of course I'm not okay.
Так. Как спасать-то ее? Ну да. Артём вообще-то премьер-министр мокрого места. И ветеран мокрого места. И человек года мокрого места. Вот кто он. Так, какой вариант хороший-то? И все заслуженно. Может,
You're
вот это?
joking, right? Yeah.
Так, окей. Подождите, как спасать? Как спасать? Так. Так. Так надо было делать у Гоголя.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to
Сегодня
war
все
on each
понятно,
other.
я определился с
Forever.
курсом.
Couldn't have said it better.
Ну ладно, попробуем вот это.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal, and then a snap. It's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Да. Убегаем.
You do your best to scramble up the stairs before the princess can reach you. You practically feel her steamy breath on the back of your neck, but you manage, just barely, to throw yourself over the threshold and slam the heavy stone doors behind you. You're safe, if only for a moment. The blade. Take the blade. Are you sure about that?
Do you think this door is enough to hold me? You're not getting out of this. I don't care how many things I have to break. I'm getting the fight I want.
Хорош, очень хорош.
The entire cabin shakes as the princess throws herself against the basement door. It's huge and made of stone. We're fine. Right?
Это строчки из песни «200 шагов». Там все мокрого.
If we had a weapon, we'd be fine. Yes, you should probably pick up the blade, shouldn't you?
Ладно. Спокойной ночи.
I know I'd feel a lot safer with it. Before you can act, another impact shakes the cabin, a massive gash splitting its way up the stone doors. Here she comes. The doors explode outwards, shards of stone clattering against
Она
the
выросла,
walls
пока
as the
поднималась.
princess emerges from the basement.
After everything we've been through, I can't believe this is going to end with you cowering in a corner. You're pathetic.
We're doomed! In a fit of violence, the princess explodes across the room and closes the gap between you. She is merciless. With every blow comes a bloom of fresh pain, igniting
Я у неё
nerves you
банки.
didn't know you even had. Your skin bruising and splitting and bleeding as her fists rain down relentlessly. Thankfully, you won't have to bear this agony much longer. Your body has its limits, and she has found them. I hate this. With your body a shapeless pulp, her fingers wrap around what's left of your neck.
You disgust me.
You hear a snap, then everything goes dark, and you die.
Сейчас, секунду.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Alright, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time, and we're not hiding upstairs.
Who cares about the blade? If we had a chance against her, we already missed it, didn't we? She got stronger, and we stayed the same.
We've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out mortal, which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win. We just didn't take things seriously enough last time.
Все, я вернулся.
If that's what you want, then fine. Enjoy being beaten to death again, and again, and again.
You're stuck here with us too. For all you know, we'll never get to leave this place until we get it right. Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you...
Actually, I don't... This is all different, isn't it?
That's a good point. Everything here is a little... off. Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you
Мы в
know
носу.
things that you aren't supposed to know. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, That's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things serious. Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, but that is how it was. That's horrible. It doesn't matter. The only furniture of note is that the blade is your implement. A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. I don't know. What are you trying to say?
He thinks we've lost it. That we're succumbing to madness.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic
Не, я уже
way to
устал от
describe
этих
a hallucination. It went
внутренних
away after we
диалогов.
touched it. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. It really is just like last time. Are we? Let's just smash it and we won't be able to see what's in. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't... You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges
знал, что так
moaning
будет.
as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at the air of her voice.
And so you've returned.
Только принцессу
Do
может
you
послушать.
intend to cower and hide again?
Опять какая-то
Or
злая.
have you finally decided to try and kill me? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your body broke and bled against the walls of this temple, it woke something in me. That wasn't a fight. It was something worse. I'm something worse now. Why don't you come down and see what you've made of me?
But I don't
Мы все еще смотрим в ее доброе
Can't we
сердце.
just give up? Blade, no blade, it's all...
We can. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in
Не
blood,
так уж плохо.
a deep, sickening red that drips down in
Атака
clotted
титанов.
streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Я убегу.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a
За
tattered
пиццей,
dress
конечно
of
же.
her own skin.
Скажу,
Her heart
Сейчас
beats
пиццу
from its
принесу
place in her
и
open
убегу.
chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where... And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
What can we even do against someone like her? She has such power, such beauty.
Stop that. We can win. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
интересные варианты.
You're right. We don't. But I want to. So badly.
Нет.
Bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
Кстати, да.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt
О,
cold before.
хороший финал. Здесь. Артём попросил убрать камеру, чтобы он видел текст принцессы.
She's gone. Where did she... And there's that...
О, посмотрим в зеркало. Чекайте кракозябру.
This doesn't feel... Screw... I don't want...
Мы ничто, написал нам текст. Какой-то ворон там. Не, я все такой же.
I think you know what I am.
Он сломал зеркало. Блин, сколько всего.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to...
Значит, если он все время трескается, значит, надо только самое важное спрашивать. А тут нет важного особо.
I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course, that is by both necessity and design.
Не, Артём, видишь, рассказчиков несколько. Видимо, ты только лишь один из них.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt, but you'll be awake soon.
Так. Думаю, нет, пока не хочется.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Сколько вопросов!
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. but an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Как много вопросов. А,
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through. The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite... I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Of course there won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world and I did what I could to make it real.
да, похоже на то.
Anything is better than oblivion. In the end. Light. Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the... There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share...
Последний вопрос. И, кстати, за это достижение дали, не зря мы спрашиваем его всякое. О, хороший, хороший. Время вышло, как у Мэтта Дэймона.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo.
Boom. Пам-пам. Что, обложка Led
I
Zeppelin?
can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. So,
Какие-то
will you
размытые
attempt to
формулировки
destroy
опять.
me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you. I love you.
Короче, все хорошо. Появились краски.
It's magnificent. Everything, just like it always has been, and just like it always will be.
И играет концовку фильма 2007 года. Все, что ли? Все, ребята. Нормально. Мне понравилось. Кстати, да. So let mercy come and wash away. Так, припев я не вытянул. Все, спасибо, ребят, что смотрели. Может быть, когда-нибудь мы сыграем еще раз по-другому. А, это хорошая концовка. А, или нет? Не знаю. Короче... Джон Дискорд. Мейлин лист. Да не надо мне это все. Да, мы сыграем в еще одну игру от этих разрабов. Мне тоже понравилось. Может, когда-нибудь мы перепройдем по-другому. Спасибо. Спасибо. Увидимся.